What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's Saturday, NBA Talk with Jay, trying to get some cash every single day, man. If you like the shows, hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel as well. Cannot talk you off. Join the channel as a member, or you just click the down button on the chat and hit join, guys. So could not talk you off. It's only $3.99 as well. If you guys would like to show some support, if not, it's all good, man. We're gonna get into some picks, guys. Must say, still not feeling the best 100%. Gonna try to power through this show. This can be taxing doing this 5 7 days a week, guys. So a lot of people don't even do free shows on the doing giving out free picks on the weekends, guys. So I'm trying to do it for you guys, but I must say, man, it is getting pretty taxing. It gets pretty taxing sometimes, guys. I must say, man. So what little I do have left, we're gonna try to get to some cash here today, guys. 6 games on the card. One college basketball play I did take this morning was Texas A&M, guys. So did take it yesterday as a dog. It's up to 1.5. I still like Texas A&M. Kind of been fading Alabama here lately. Obviously with the outside noise going on, I think they dropped this one on the road. They've been teetering on a loss. I think Texas A&M gets them today, my guys. So Texas A&M one minus 1.5. The game's in about 40 minutes. Cannot talk you off there, but obviously I'm not a college basketball expert, but I do need Texas A&M this morning, my guys. Let's go over here. First game, let's go over here to the streets of Washington, D.C. here. We have the Wizards getting 2 points at the house versus the Raptors, guys. The Raptors team, man. Obviously, I bet them the last game. They lost. Now, in theory, you'd like to take the team in the revenge spot, right? I do think that the Raptors are the better team, but my thing is right now, I think that Nurse is kind of losing the team. A lot of people are starting to call for Nurse to like get fired here, and I'm kind of with him. I kind of said this a few months ago as well. It's kind of crazy because they're an up and down type of team. When teams lose back to back, when they play off back to back, guys, I'm only looking towards the team that lost the first game. So it's Raptors are nothing for me. In theory, they're supposed to come out with some in the first half as well. They are on the road. The Wizards have been playing good basketball as well, guys. So it's a super tough game. I'm probably not betting it. I'd like to take the Raptors here, but I just something tells me just not don't do it, bro. So I mean, if I'm betting this game, I'm betting the Raptors. I still think they come out in the first half, but like I say, the Wizards they've only had 3 games this year where they've played opponents back to back. They did it earlier this year versus the Miami Heat. Split those. So let me just go through because I know that they won the first one and then lost the second one. Now versus Orlando, these were in Orlando. This is what I don't like. Couple games, December 9th, December 11th, they lost back-to-back games in Orlando. The first one by 4, and then they were land points in this one as well. They were lost the first one by 4, then they come up, back it up with the next one and lose that one by 12. So you don't want to see that. Some of you want to look at when teams play back-to-back, you want to see how they've done. So obviously there was early season. Raptors may have turned it around way earlier season. They played back to back in Miami. They did lose the first one 109 to 112. Then they came out there in the next game and did cover the trifecta spot. They won the first quarter 27-23. First half, they were up by 5 points and they went on to cash the trifecta, man. So they've shown that they can do it. But I mean, we've seen the Heat, how they are. So it doesn't take a whole lot for this game, guys. This is a really tough one for me. If you like the Wizards, I couldn't talk you off. But if I'm betting this game, I'm only looking at Raptors first half and full game. I think that they could possibly put some together. It's just I don't want to bet on this team. I think that the coach possibly has lost them. So if they lose this game back to back versus the Wizards, that'll tell us everything we know about the Raptors. In my opinion, I still think they can get it done. I don't want to bet on it, guys. Set over to the streets of Cleveland here. Got the Cavs laying 15.5 at the house versus the Pistons. I don't want to lay the points with the Cavs here. Should they get it done? You damn right. But you could still sometimes you have to look at the spot, guys. The Cavs are coming off a game, a tough loss versus the Celtics. Who do they play the next game? They play the Celtics once again in this same arena. I just don't want to lay 15.5 here with any NBA team. Cavs should smoke them, guys, in theory. So if you want to take the Cavs, I couldn't talk you off. Just I don't really lay a lot of big spreads. I could be missing out on money, but I just don't like taking the easy games, guys. And I do think this is into the point of the season where those easy games are going to start to come down, man. You kind of seeing. I said it yesterday as well. Some of these national TV games where everybody's on one side, it's going to go the other way, man. I think the Celtics sold it. They worked for Vegas yesterday, guys. But Cavs laying 15.5 here versus the Pistons. If I'd like to bet this game, I'd just take the Pistons team total under. But once again, we worry about the motivation for the Cavs with this being a sandwich spot. Big game coming off versus the Celtics. Then you got the another game versus Celtics, and then a road trip where you got teams like the Miami Heat, guys. So this is a somewhat of an unmotivated type of spot for the Cavs here, in my opinion. Don't have a ton on this one. The Pistons have actually covered 5 of their last 7 games, but they do have some injuries here. Bogdanovich is out. Obviously, he's their best player. Alec Burks is out as well. So I mean, the Pistons are really starting to try to tank towards the bottom, in my opinion, man. So big name players not playing here for the Pistons. Bogdanovich, Burks, Duran is still out. Stewart is still out as well in this one, man. So really tough game. Cavs should smoke them. They should keep the Pistons under their team total under. I just don't like that they have the Celtics on deck, guys. So if I'm betting it, I'm only looking at Cavs. I'm only looking at Pistons team total under, but I'm not betting this game. Let's go over here to the streets of San Antonio here, guys. Got the Spurs getting a point at the house here, man. I Oh, now this is a game that I probably shouldn't even be talking about on the show, man, because this is a tankathon type of game. But what I like to do in tankathon type of games, I'd like to take the team that has the less amount of wins here, and I'd like to take the team that's lost 11 straight because if at least they were probably more hungry for a win in theory. Now we know the Rockets, both of these teams are tanking, guys. These are the two top teams that will be racing for Wembanyama in this one, but the Spurs already have the tiebreaker here. So it really doesn't even matter if the Spurs win or lose this game because they will likely finish ahead of the standings versus the Rockets. These two teams play again tomorrow. The Spurs have beaten them 5 straight times. They've beaten them 7 out of the last 8, and they've covered 6 out of the last 8 as well. So the Spurs have been owning the Rockets. Vassell is out in this one for the Spurs, guys. And crazy feel like I say, it's a super tough game, guys. I'm probably not betting it, but as much as it pains me to say, I would lean towards the Rockets here. We know that Keldon Johnson is probably not going to play in this. So Doug McDermott's out. Devin Vassell is out. Keldon Johnson, game time decision, kind of doubtful, though. Branham as well is game time decision. So is Romeo Langford. I watched the Spurs the last game, and they're just chunking up a shitload of threes. They're just basically like hoping they're going. That's how the Spurs are tanking right now. Just playing fast, shooting a ton of threes. Like every shot is a 3-point shot for the Spurs right now, guys. So Rockets, they actually got Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. back, man. Slight lean to the Rockets, guys. I would not suggest betting this game. This is a tankathon type of game, but I hope it makes sense. The Spurs do have 3 more wins than the Rockets, so this won't even hurt the Rockets if they do win this game. When you've lost 11 straight, at some point you do want to win. Spurs, the tanking team, coming off 2 straight wins now. So are the Spurs finally trying to play? Are they going to take this game away? I'd lean towards the Rockets getting it done tonight, full game, and then the Spurs probably in the next game, they probably get it done, man. So lean Rockets first half, full game, but I wouldn't even suggest betting that game, guys. My money will not be on that game. Let's go over here to the streets of Miami here, man. We got the Heat laying 2.5 points at the house versus the Hawks in this one, man. Heat in the first quarter have the advantage, in my opinion. Obviously, they're pissed off. They're coming off a tough loss last night versus the Knicks, where, the Knicks are just ballers, right? Now, if you look at this, the Hawks will go on the run, in my opinion. I do like what Snyder, I like what I'm hearing from Snyder, but simply from a spot perspective here, the Hawks come off 5 straight road home games. Now that's their first game on the road, and it's a back-to-back as well. First game on the road after 5 straight home games, plus a home road back-to-back. So it's with travel. You're getting into Miami late. Not super late, but you're getting in late. Your routine is somewhat thrown off. The Heat are not a bet-on team right now, guys, in my opinion. They have lost 6 out of their last 7 games and only 1-6 ATS over that span as well. But this is their 3rd straight home game, though. They just came off a game versus Philly and the Knicks. So the Hawks hadn't been playing that top-tier defense right now, in my opinion. I'd lean Heat in the first quarter, but I must say, if I'm betting it full game, I do think the better team will probably get it done here. This is another tough one. This is one where you watch these two teams play in in a couple days as well on March 6th. So I couldn't talk you off watching this game, learning, and then take some of the next game. In theory, this might be a Heat type of game. So that's why I say if this is going to be a Heat type of game, they're going to come out in the first quarter. That's where they have the major advantage in this game, guys. It would be Heat in the first quarter, but like I say, personally, I feel like the Hawks are the much better overall offensive team. they just got to play some defense. That's the only thing that worries you about the Hawks. You never know when they are going to lock down. They did it last night versus the Blazers, but like I say, this Heat team, I'm sure they're coming in pissed off. They are tired of losing. You see Jimmy Butler in the post-game interview. He looks very pissed. He looks very displeased, man, to be honest with you. So on one end, you can say that the Heat are kind of starting to fall out of the playoff picture, but on the other end, you got to say that they're at some point teams get tired of losing. That's what I say about with the Rockets. There lost 11 straight. You get tired of losing at some point, man. You will want to get off that losing streak. So Heat first quarter is how I'll be betting this game. The full game is up in the air. I wouldn't be surprised if either team got it done, to be honest with you. Heat or Hawks, but if I'm having to bet the full game, I probably could only look towards the Hawks. But I do think the Heat cover the first quarter in this one, guys. It's not my game of the day. It's a tough card. I'm giving you my looks, man. This is my game of the day. Let's go over here to the streets of Milwaukee here, guys. This is an ugly game. You do not have to bet this game if you don't like it, guys. I said this the other day that I would be taking the Sixers here in this spot. So if you listen to the real ones that watch the show, you already know. You already took Sixers minus 5.5 last night when the line came out. The money line was at plus 180 as well. It's down to 5 at a few spots, but mainly going down to 4.5. Right before I did the show, there was 5s out there. It's going down to 4, man. The sharps are on the Sixers here. I would like to call myself a sharp. I'm on the Sixers here. I think the streak ends today. Now, the Bucks at the house, they've been balling. They've won 16 straight games. In theory, their loss is supposed to come on the road, but I still feel like the Bucks have been teetering on a loss. The Sixers have shown that they can hang with this team this year. First game of the season, they lost by 2 versus Milwaukee. They really had that game, in my opinion. Then late, the Bucks just really surged on. The next time, November 18th, Philly get them at the house, 110-102, getting a point there in that one. I know the Bucks are full strength in this one, guys, but I got a crazy feeling that the streak ends today. This is the only national TV game today. Everyone's going to be betting the Bucks, thinking that it's easy. What did I say? These national TV games, I think we're to the point in the season where it's kind of sort of go against conventional wisdom, and it seems easy to take the Bucks here. 5.5 yesterday. It's coming down to 4.5, 4 at some spots. I think the Sixers are the right side in this one. Give me 6. I did take Sixers plus the 5. I'll go with Sixers plus 4.5. With the sprinkle on the money line at plus 165. I fully believe the Sixers stopped the streak. They've lost 3 out of the last 4 games. We follow the patterns. What do we say was going to happen? The Philly versus Miami. Embiid goes out. Everybody, Embiid is out. Everybody takes Miami. They lose. The Sixers smack them up. We're to that point in the season. Win by 23. Embiid comes in. Next game. Back to back. We were on the Mavs in there, and I told you, I said the Sixers finna drop this one on national TV. They're gonna get it done in the next game, man. I gotta put my money where my mouth is. Give me the Sixers here, plus 4.5 with the J Money sprinkle on the money line. The streak ends today, my guys. Give me the Sixers in that one, man. Let's go get some Philly cheesesteaks, chicken for me, and then some jalapenos, light on the cheese, man. I'll be piling the cheese on my damn Philly cheesesteak sandwich, making this shit, making it all soggy and stuff. So chicken, jalapenos, light cheese, might even get no cheese sometimes. You know what? No cheese on the Philly today because Milwaukee, Wisconsin, they like the cheese up there. No cheese on the Philly today. Sixers, money line, they're winning this game on national TV, on ABC. Nobody thinks they can do it. I do. Last game up. Going to the streets of Sacramento here, man. Kings coming off another close win last night. Super tough game, man. Hidden angle. If the Kings really don't like the Lakers, if they really don't, they could possibly tank this game and help out the Wolves. Now, the Kings don't think like that, guys. They don't. And Mike Brown is the coach of the year. I'll tell you that right now. Mike Brown is the coach of the year. I don't see anyone else getting a coach of the year. So my bet for this game could just be telling you to take Mike Brown, coach of the year. I think that shit's cashing, guys. But Kings have won 5 straight. They're coming off a back-to-back close game versus the Clippers, basically on some game-winning free throws. I can say I didn't read the last 2-minute report, but I can tell you that the last foul was not a foul on Sabonis there. So I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't read the last 2-minute report. Maybe you guys did, but I do think I'd like to take Wolves here, guys. I'd like to take Wolves plus the points. It was at 6.5 last night. It's coming down to 5.5. Wolves obviously coming off a big win as well versus the Lakers. I'd like to lean towards the Wolves plus the points. And like I say, a hidden angle could be if the Kings really do hate the Lakers, and I'm sure they do. If the Kings lost this game and helped the Wolves out, that's not good for the Lakers. So rooting for the Lakers to make the playoffs, You need the Wolves to lose this game. If the Kings know what's at stake here, they're basically sitting comfortably at the 3 seed. If they wanted to, they could tank this game and help out the Wolves and hurt the Lakers at the same time, guys. It sounds crazy, but if they were on some next level thinking shit and they really did hate the Lakers, that's what I would do. I'd lose this game on purpose. We're good. We're in the playoffs. Fuck the Lakers. We're gonna kick them out and let the Wolves win this one. So if you're rooting for Lakers to make the playoffs, you want the Wolves to lose this game. But if the Kings, they could tank it, man. I'd lean Wolves here plus the 5.5. I do think they're the better team, better defensive team as well, guys. The Kings, they can run offense with the best of them, in my opinion. Their defense is still very leaky, guys. That's why they let the Clippers back in that game last night. The Kings give up whatever they want, in my opinion, man. You can get whatever you want in the paint. We don't know who's playing for this game, man. The Wolves on a back-to-back coming off a big game versus the Lakers could possibly rest Conley, which that won't be bad for them, in my opinion. They could possibly rest Conley. They could possibly rest Gobert. I don't think Anthony Edwards is going to sit in this. Remember him and Fox going back and forth. Fox does have a wrist injury on his left wrist, guys. So just a little info for you there. I'd like to lean Wolves plus the 5.5. That's the only one I'm taking it. It's not that I'm disrespecting the Kings, guys. Just that you got to understand they're sitting comfortably in the 3 seed over there. And their defense is horrible, guys. I can't tell you that, man. So Wolves plus the 5.5 is where I would go there. Need to see if everybody plays. If everyone plays, I don't see how I stay off Wolves plus the 5.5 here, guys. I don't see how. If Gobert is gonna tower over these guys. Gobert, Jay McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid. These guys could really go crazy versus the Kings in this one, guys. So hopefully they didn't party too much after that Lakers win last night. That's how I'm looking at that, man. Let me recap their free picks before I get out of here. Like I say, game in 30 minutes. Give me Texas A&M minus the 1.5. 2 plays. I didn't take Villanova yet, but I do see my sharp guys are on Villanova. This is their last home game as well. I believe it's senior night for Villanova. They got UConn at the house. Think Villanova gets it done, but I didn't bet it, guys. But Texas A&M, that one starts in about 25 minutes. They're playing Alabama. I think Alabama is due to drop one. They got a ton of shit going on outside the court. Give me Texas A&M minus the 1.5 for that one. And then I'll recap all my lanes as well. Only one pick for me today, guys, in the NBA. Sixers plus the 5 and a sprinkle on the money line. If you have to take 4.5 for it, I'm not scared of it because everybody's on the Bucks today. 16-game win streak, the line's going down. That didn't make me scared, man. I think we're to that point in the season where the sharp calls are starting to come back, my guys. So we're gonna roll some of that. The same thing that happened with the Celtics yesterday. Dropped their game outright. They were up 28 to the Nets, guys. You see what happened? Just saying. I said that it was probably gonna happen. Give me the same thing here, man. The only national TV game. Bucks 16-game winning streak. Give me the Sixers to win this game in the streak, guys. I would lean Raptors first half full game. I'm not taking it. I would lean Pistons team total under. I can't even lean Cavs minus 15.5, but I know I'm not betting the game, but I would lean towards the under, the Pistons team total under, and I could only look towards Cavs. Rockets first half in full game. That's the only way that I could look in that game. Spurs have won back-to-back games. They're resting a few guys here, kind of tipping their cap. They play again tomorrow. Spurs tanking team coming off 2 straight wins. The Rockets, they have lost 11 straight, so I would give a little lean to the Rockets there. Hawks Heat. If I'm betting that game, I'm betting Heat in the first quarter and then see what happens after that. But I do think the top play in that game, if I'm betting it, would be Heat in the first quarter. They definitely have the advantage when it comes to not having to travel. Hawks first game after 5 straight home games. They got comfortable at the house. Now they head out on the road. Definitely not the same team on the road. I think the Heat in the first quarter will probably be the top look. Wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks got it done full game. And yeah, like I say, Sixers plus 5 for me, put a sprinkle on the money line, and then the Kings, Wolves. I do lean the Wolves full game. Not sure who's all playing yet, but if Gobert and the rest of their big guys play, the big guys should feast down low versus opponents. Them guys, the Wolves, they can play. The Wolves are probably the better overall team than the Kings, guys. The Kings definitely have the better offense, though, guys. But what are you guys saying in the chat? They saying fade TCU, could not talk you off that. We on the Raptors. Troy, I couldn't talk you off. I didn't bet it. Villanova is minus 2.5 now. Damn, they were plus 2.5 last night, man. They were plus 2.5. Yeah, Texas A&M for me, my guys. Oklahoma at home in season revenge on season night. That's a good point. That's a good right there. Yeah, I already told you. So Lakers playoffs hope done. No, I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. Yeah, Cam, I might have to go get me a Philly, man. I don't even really have an appetite, guy. I need to take me a COVID test or something. I'm on Bucks till they lose. Good luck, Aaron. Good luck, my brother. I'd possibly stay off of them today, my brother. I'd stay off of them today, Jerry. But like I said, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you guys what to bet. But give me the Sixers. There's That's it for me on the show, guys. I'm finna go give me some soup, some tea, all that. Try to be better. Trying to get better for the show tomorrow, guys. So no guarantees. I am posting plays in the members chat, guys. So the Sixers play I already posted this morning +5. If you guys like to be a member of the channel, join the channel. $3.99, man. It's Us Against The Bookies, trying to get some cash every single day. You don't have to join the channel as a member, guys. Still doing free picks, free shows every single day. It's just that if you want the early picks, then that's when you join the channel as a member. I'm out, guys. I'm finna go try to get some cash, man. Try to get better, man. See what I'm saying? That's it for me. Sixers plus the 4.5, plus the 5 with the sprinkle on the money line. The streak ends today. Let's get some cash. Join the channel. Show some love. We will win, my guys.